everybody, Backyard Bullion here. Welcome to episode 142 of In Focus Friday, where we take a good close look at some cool things made out of silver, gold, or even copper. As you can see today, we're going to be focusing on some copper. Last week we looked at the Germania, very cool coin, very popular. If you've not seen it, there's a link down in the description below. Thanks for voting in last week's episode. The coppers won, as you can see. The starfish was a very close second, with the Rwandan shoe bill in third. We've got one new item for you guys to cast your eyes over and select for next time, so make sure you stick around, have a look, and cast your vote for next week's episode. But today we've got a big one. We're going to be looking at 10 individual items, so I'll try my best to get through them without droning on and waffling on too much. But we have here the 10 different designs of the Zombux series by Provident Metals, and they've been made by the Provident Mint. These particular 10 copper rounds have, and by the way, I might say copper coins, I'm sorry, they're just coin shaped, and that's the way my brain works. These 10 copper rounds have made their way to me here in the United Kingdom courtesy of Silver Vessel, and it was about, gosh, it was actually nearly 2 years ago when Silver Vessel first sent me these all in one go. And the kind of guy that he is, and if, by the way, you haven't checked his channel out, it's well worth a look. I'll try and remember to put a link down in the description below. He is such a nice chap, and I'd made a video just, I think actually I'd made a comment on one of his videos where he was showcasing some of the silver versions, and I just simply said, I'd love to get my hands on some of those some days. And lo and behold, something arrived in the post, and there you had it. So huge thank you to him. And it's amazing to be able to have all 10 of the designs, because here in the UK, they're not very easy to come by. These being kind of exclusively available from Provident Metals means that they're pretty much unobtainable for us in the UK unless you've got somebody in the US that can send them to you. So a huge thank you to Silver Vessel. So we've got all 10 here. Let's have a run through all of them. I've got a website up open, the Zombux website from Provident Metals, where all of the information about them is. Again, I'll put a link to that down in the description below. And here we have the first one. So this is the first in the design, although they are not they weren't released one at a time. All 10 designs released in one go, which I think is really cool, because you get to admire all of the different designs all in one go rather than having to wait 10 years or something. And I like the way that Provident are doing that, and doing similar things with other coin series that they've got, like, or round series I should say, like the Dragon series. But this is the first one, the 2017 Zombux Walker. And of course all of these, and you can see them here, are all plays on the US currency artworks and into that zombie world apocalypse kind of scenario. And I think that's really cool. It's something that was incredibly popular back when these were first made, I think in 2015, with the Walking Dead show, and zombies just being an incredibly popular thing. So the Walker seemed like the perfect choice for the very first one, and that's very cool. Now, of course, all of these rounds come in silver as well as copper. I don't have the silver ones here. I could have probably bought them, but I haven't gotten around to it, and I've enjoyed having the copper ones in their designs. And I literally have had them sat on my desk for the last 10 years. Anyway, look, we are starting to ramble. Let's carry on going through all of these. The Zombux Walker, there he is, or there she is, I should say, carrying the axe with that big mushroom cloud in the background. Very cool indeed. And it's a very cool website. The Zombux website has all of the different mintages for the different coppers up to the first or the last three, and the copper mintage for these 110,602, so very, very precise. Silver mintage for those is 47,885. On the back of all of these rounds, by the way, is the same design of this biohazard symbol. So it's all about, obviously, the world's gone to the brown stuff, so to speak, and the biohazard symbol represents that with the kind of zombie apocalypse. And well, let's just have a quick look at all of that. So you can see on the bottom there, 1 ounce fine copper. These are AVDP ounces, not ounce troy. So you won't see OZT. So they are, I think, like 29 grams or something like that, which is pretty cool. And the whole premise of these, I guess, is about having kind of barter economy style pieces. You know, if something like this ever did happen, the zombie apocalypse, I have no doubt that me and Mrs. Backyard Bullion would probably be in the first wave to succumb to the zombies, but we have got a very ferocious doggy that could fend them off. But if a Morgun Ann is this, then that's what this one came knocking at our door, I'm not sure that we'd survive very long. So there's the Morgan dollar being ripped to shreds into the zombie form, which is very cool. Morgun and like it a lot. And of course, all of these, another cool thing is they've got the Zombux denomination, $2 Zombux. So you could create a currency in a post apocalyptic zombie apocalypse world using the Zombux as that currency. And that's ultimately what this is all about. It's like having, having that kind of zombie apocalypse, having the barter exchange, having the physical wealth, having the physical metals, and that's the whole mentality behind these. And they've been exceptionally popular. I've seen, even to this day, they came out in 2015. This is the Zombuff, by the way, as you can see, the undead zombie coming off the buffalo design from the coins. This one's got one of the higher mintages in copper at 120, or just under 130,000, which is interesting. So it's very, very much seen as one of the most popular in copper, perhaps, because these are basically minted to order, I'm reading on the Provident Metals website. So, yeah, Zombuff is popular. Next up, we have the Barber. And this is the Barber dimes, or the Barber kind of, I say Barber dimes because we've just filmed some of the coin hunting and we had some Barber dimes in there. So this is the Barber dime with the Barber with the scissors in the eye there, which is basically the Barber. He was a barber and now he's a zombie with scissors stuck in his eye, which is kind of cool. And I like that. That's a pretty cool design. And one of the cool things about this is that there are so many designs to enjoy. And that's the beauty of being able to collect these in the copper. So the copper rounds will be, I think at most, maybe a couple of bucks each. For you in the UK, you might be spending quite a bit more than that to get them imported and all of that jazz. But they are a way of being able to enjoy all of the series, have them as a bit of a novelty. In terms of the actual copper value, of course, it's not really an investment in the copper, it's an investment in the artwork. This one being the Merc DM, as you can see, the Mercury dime play on that as well. Very scary looking zombie, with those feathers in the hair as well. Not very pleasant at all. Then we have the peace dollar, the feast dollar, I should say, as it's called. So the zombies are feasting on your dollars, as you can see. Really great artwork that's been put into these, and it's nice to have that kind of background of all of the US kind of coin artwork to go into it. It's a really nice play on it. It's a fun series. And as I say, if you're going to do them in copper, you can enjoy all of the series without having quite a hefty investment. By the way, the feast dollar here seems to be the one with the lowest amount of mintage for copper, as far as I can see. So something around about the 73,000 mark just for the feast dollar, which is interesting because I quite like it. I think it's a pretty cool one. And the peace dollar itself is one of the most favourite coins out there. So I don't know, maybe there's something in that. Then we have the Starving Liberty. So this one really is a very detailed coin. And this is probably one of my favourites of the set, I'd say. It's probably the second one, and I'll tell you which one is my most favourite right at the end. That's probably given it away. But there is the Starving Liberty. Pretty cool stuff indeed. Very much like that. I like that they've got the biohazard symbol on the Shield of Liberty there, which is a really neat touch as well. So that's very cool. Next up, we have the Slade dollar. So we have, of course, kind of the death representation there with the scythe and the seated liberty kind of background. That's pretty cool. A Slade dollar. Very nice. Now you'll see on some of these, look, there's a bit of fingerprinting going on some of these. I'm holding them in gloves right now. Kind of don't want to make them even worse than they are. But copper will, it'll get marks, it'll get fading, it'll get a bit of toning over time. And in 20 years, 30 years' time, they'll probably all be green, certainly if you keep them out and about. So definitely something to factor in. Silver, of course, will mature better. It will tone up and they'll have some really incredible details on them. Next up, Dying Eagle. Now, these last three, I don't have any mintage figures on. They haven't released any at the moment on the Zombucks website. But, of course, if anything does change on that, I can update this listing and put it down in the description box. But yeah, there is the the Dying Eagle, 2 Dying Eagle, which is pretty cool. I quite like that one. That's probably like my third favourite, but my overall complete favourite of the series, and it goes the same with, I think, with the St. Gulden's Gold, you just can't say no to it. And here is the Saint with her very ghastly pile of bones down at the bottom, holding the sword with the biohazard symbol on her bodice and that severed head. Goodness gracious me, what a very, very cool design that is. And that's the last one in the series. But as I said at the start, they didn't really come out in a kind of specific order. They've simply just released all of the designs. So that's why we've got them all right now, and it's already 2019. It's why I've had them for the last couple of years. So that's very cool. I'm very happy to have all of these. And a massive thank you once again to Silver Vessel for the wondrous gift of sending them over. It was really good when I got them, and I did an unboxing video at the time of them and giving him a big shout out. But go and share the love with Silver Vessel and have a look at his channel. There's a link down in the description below. So that is the Zombucks 10 in copper. So if we move those to one side now, we can get some of the items in store for next week. So returning items, we've got the Rwandan shoe bill, the Rwandan wildlife series, which will look very cool up close and personal to the camera. So if you want to see that, do let us know. Then we have the Cook Islands starfish, and this again is a really popular item. It got a lot of votes in last week's episode, but it didn't quite make the cut compared with the coppers. And then the last item is a new and recent acquisition that I have made, and it is a Saudi Arabian gold sovereign. Nicely camouflaged on the table there, but it's a very, very cool coin, and actually it's one which I saw listed on Bullion Dealer's website for a pretty decent price, and I thought it's something different and I quite enjoy it, so it was part of my gold purchasing. And if you want to see it, you know what to do. Vote for it down in the comment section. Otherwise, do let me know your general thoughts on the Zombucks series. I think they're very, very fancy and cool, and it's a way to really enjoy a bunch of different funky designs without having to spend a lot of money. So if you enjoy them, please do hit a thumbs up on them. Do let us know if you've got them as well in your collection. If you've got the silvers as well, then do let us know. That'd be very cool to hear. And of course, as always, if it's inspired you to get some, then that's very cool to hear about too. Otherwise, that is all I have to say. Thank you one and all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, thumbs up, share it around on social media. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel already and you want to see future videos from us, then make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the alarm bell as well if you want to get notifications when we upload videos. Otherwise, have a fantastic weekend. Thank you for watching, and please make sure you like, share, comment and subscribe for more.